Hello, I'm Kim Holden on behalf of NOLA.com, and welcome to our panel discussion celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, a time dedicated to honoring the rich history, the vibrant culture, and countless contributions of the Hispanic community. Now, this year, we are proud to present Hispanic Heritage Month celebrations through art, business, festivals, and finance, of course, all sponsored by Hancock Whitney Bank. And today we are exploring how empowering the Hispanic community through home ownership and business ventures not only transforms lives, but strengthens our local economy, which of course fosters growth and opportunity for everyone in the community. So I am honored today to be joined by three distinguished panelists. We're going to talk about Mayra Pineda, who is the CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Louisiana, also president of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, who's been instrumental in really advocating for Hispanic businesses and fostering economic development. So thank you so much for being here this morning. Also, Paula Duplantis, thank you for being here, Senior Vice President and Retail Sales Leader at Hancock Whitney Bank, representing a financial institution that's dedicated to supporting the Hispanic community through tailored financial solutions. And Roy Williams, thank you for being here. You are the Director of Grant Making at the Greater New Orleans Foundation, whose efforts have been crucial in promoting equitable access to resources for Hispanic individuals and businesses. Again, we are so happy to have all of you here today. So let's get started. We are going to talk with Mayra Pineda first. Mayra, can you elaborate on the specific resources the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce provides to support Hispanic entrepreneurs, particularly in being able to access capital and grow their businesses?
Well, thank you very much, Kim. And first of all, thank you to Hancock Whitney for this invitation. We're very proud to be partners and work together to empower our community and help them access those resources. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Louisiana is dedicated to fostering a favorable business environment for Hispanic business owners through education, through networking, through procurement opportunities, and accessing contracts. But as we know, accessing capital is one of the main barriers that small business owners face when they're trying to scale their business. So educating them in that area with the resources, the skills, and what they need to do to really grow is critical. And we work with experts through all of our banking partners to make sure that we are preparing our businesses for those opportunities. From very small workshops that are in Spanish for a grassroots community to more sophisticated and larger seminars that are in English, because I want to make sure that we recognize that the Hispanic community is very diverse. Mm-hmm. So we have to meet our members and our community where they are. Some of them have different barriers than others. But certainly we want to make sure that we're connecting them all to the opportunities.
Okay, and speaking of banking partners, Paula, we're going to talk a little bit about Hancock Whitney and some of the success stories of Hispanic clients who have obtained mortgages or purchased homes through Hancock Whitney's programs. How did these successes reflect the bank's commitment to fostering home ownership within the Hispanic community?
Well, Hancock Whitney believes strongly that we need to give individuals and businesses access to stable, affordable housing opportunities. And we feel by doing that, it definitely builds a stronger community. We believe that our mission is helping our clients achieve their financial goals and dreams. And by doing that, what's the best American dream that anyone would have would be home ownership. So we have a couple of programs. One specifically, we have Plan Your Way Home. And it offers to first-time home buyers and already existing homeowners, and we guide them through the mortgage lending process. We also are partnered with the Federal Bank of Dallas. And through that partnership, we offer grants, we offer assistance with down payments, we offer closing costs to these individuals. So it's definitely a high priority that we do as much for the community to have them fulfill that dream of owning a home.
Okay. Very good. And Roy, from the perspective of grant making, what types of support does the Greater New Orleans Foundation offer to Hispanic small businesses? Are there any particular programs that you want to talk about?
Sure. So, at the Greater New Orleans Foundation, we're really about building a vibrant and thriving and equitable community for all. And of course, here in Southeast Louisiana, the Hispanic population is a huge part of that. And through our partnership with Hancock Whitney Bank over the past few years, we've really been able to hone in on the work that we've done for communities across the Gulf South, and of course, promoting Hancock Whitney's values and getting people to home ownership and getting people out of some of the hurricane disaster work. So looking at the Hancock Whitney Opportunity Grant, that's one real area where nonprofits can come in and apply for resources that may help them to meet those goals.
How much has this ramped up over the years?
Well, we've had hundreds and hundreds of applications over the past few years, but we're excited. I think this year we're going to have about $200,000 available for these organizations to apply for and really cement the work in these communities.
Okay, very good. And Mayra, can you share some notable successes that the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has facilitated recently, and specifically how these successes helped Hispanic businesses scale their operations or even break into new markets?
Yes, like I said, one of the areas that we are very intentional is procurement, and that's connecting small businesses to contracts with corporations or with the federal government. So every year we do events such as our Hispanic Business Conference and Trade Show that takes place at the Convention Center, Ernest Morial Convention Center. And I have business members that come up to me and tell me, Mayra, that last year I met so-and-so at this event, and now I'm, one of their suppliers, or now I was able to access a contract. So I have specific successes, companies like Delta Personnel, like Colmex Construction, like CRD Construction Company out of Baton Rouge, and many others that have been able, I can give you a list of people that have been able to access contracts through these opportunities. But then specifically through the banking, when a company is able, and I know, Paula, I won't steal that thunder from you right now, but we have members that have been able to access capital through, the education that we provide, because financial literacy is so critical in building their businesses to the point that they can access those loans is very important in the life of a business owner. And when businesses can do that, then they're able to grow, they're able to buy a new location, or they're able to buy, equipment that they need to continue growing. And that's where we come in, being tied into this network and making sure that we are providing the education and the information that businesses need to know where to go and how to build a relationship that will prove beneficial for them.
That's such a great resource. Knowledge is power, right?
That's correct.
And that event that you're talking about every year, I'm sure gets bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger. This year, actually now it's an international event because we have businesses that come from Central America, from Mexico, from Spain, even from the Philippines. This year we had a couple of business owners come in. So we had over 100 exhibitors at the event, and people walk in. It's free to the public. Thanks to the generosity of our investors and partners, we're able to keep these events open to the public.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Okay, so Paula, can you give us some examples of how Hancock Whitney has supported Hispanic small businesses through business loans or other financial products? And really, what kind of impact these supports have had on the community at large?
Well, I have a great example. So I have a client that the owner only spoke Spanish. So I went with my manager. We met with the client, and through everything that we had to offer, he ended up moving his relationship with us. And he just received this Friday night. He received new small business of the year through the Hispanic Chamber of Louisiana. So, I know we talk about, how communication and, how do we get through those barriers when they only know Spanish. But it's, it's working together, it's being available, it's giving them the resources that we offer. And, Mayra mentioned the trade show. We participate in that every year. It's a wonderful event. And the impact that if we can do that for every business, startup, and help them and let them know that we are here, we are available, we can speak your language, and we're here to support. So it's a great success story, and he's happy with us and happy that we could help him and his business. And it helps economic growth, because the more we can do for his business and the more the word gets out, it's better for everyone.
Right. And I love when you say we can speak your language on so many levels. Not
Yes,
just verbal.
exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's so important because you're trying to it's economic development, yes, but by home ownership and growing businesses, it's all also creating generational wealth. So that's what we're trying to do here, making sure that families continue to build on that.
And Roy, aside from grant making, in what other ways does the Greater New Orleans Foundation support the Hispanic community? Can you talk about any partnerships, programs, initiatives that are really trying to enhance some economic opportunities?
Sure. So let me just say, I want to thank Mayra for the work that she's doing, because I just realized I worked with a nonprofit organization to do a first-time home buyer program, and Colmex was the builder for my house. So, the work that you're doing is not just for the Hispanic community. It is creating economic opportunity across the board. So it's amazing work. We at the Greater New Orleans Foundation have realized, sometimes we may fall short on the work that we're doing intentionally for certain communities. So through our nonprofit leadership and effectiveness program, one of the things that we've done recently is offer one of our board governance trainings in Spanish, in order for folks to come in and to be able to access those resources. So by helping nonprofit organizations and their boards, we're building better organizations that can really, better help communities like the Hispanic community in this case to do their work and to really make sure that the grant money that folks like Hancock Whitney are offering are going to the best and highest use, and really making strong organizations to support strong communities.
Okay. And Paula, what initiatives has Hancock Whitney undertaken to ensure that Hispanic clients have the resources and the support necessary to succeed in home ownership, as well as business ventures?
Well, we offer a lot of programs. We support many nonprofit, many for-profit organizations through different programs for the Hispanic community and for all communities. We offer no-fee checking. We have early pay, where we pay up to 2 days before they're supposed to receive their payroll. We have just a lot of different, the opportunity grant that was mentioned. So, there's a lot of things that we do. I can speak to the community side because we do so much for the community. We sponsor so many events. We donate to the different organizations. We volunteer. We do financial literacy. We talk to this age up to adults and trying to help them. We do planning with home ownership. We let them know where do you start? Where do you begin when you're trying to get that home ownership dream? And a lot of them have limited, their barrier is the language. Mm-hmm. And we come in and we have, we do sessions with them and prepare them that even though there are barriers out there, you can overcome any barrier to get what you need.
How does the bank measure success in terms of the programs that are targeting the Hispanic community?
Well, Hancock Whitney, what our goal is, our mission, as I told you, is to fulfill financial goals and dreams. But our purpose is to find ways that we can serve the community to make it stronger and better for everyone in our community. So specifically, that would be, it's more general, but that's what we do.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Okay. And these next questions, I'd like for all of you to chime in. So I'll just ask the question and then we'll just kind of go down the line here. What are the biggest challenges Hispanic small businesses and business owners face in your experience? And what are the most effective strategies for overcoming those obstacles? Mayra.
Well, without generalizing, I would definitely say making sure that they have a very solid structure and that they are very familiar with their financial documentation, making sure they're keeping track. For a business owner, making sure that they have a banking relationship is so critical. An attorney, a CPA, and so guiding small businesses through that, because they come from a different culture that in many ways is, they used to run their businesses very different. And when they come here and they have to keep everything in control and making sure that everything is detailed and making sure that we're doing taxes every year, that is very, very important. And we drive that and we try to communicate as much as possible, because what happens is then there comes opportunities like right now, Super Bowl, for example, where they're registering, or they were, small businesses for procurement opportunities. But many of these small business owners weren't certified, didn't have their taxes in order, didn't have this, didn't have that. So they missed an opportunity. And the same thing happened during COVID. So I think that is one of the key areas that our organization works to make sure that from the startup to the seasoned business owner is able to go to the next level in an orderly way and making sure they're taking advantage of every opportunity.
And that goes back to educating them early and often. Yes.
Exactly.
Roy, what about you? What is your take on the biggest challenges and how do we overcome some of those obstacles?
Sure. So, at the Greater New Orleans Foundation, we support nonprofits that support small businesses. So because of the IRS, we're not allowed to give directly to small businesses, but by supporting organizations like the Hispanic Chamber, we can make sure that those small businesses are prepared for those opportunities, right? So access to capital and all the training that needs to go into making sure that that organization is ready to seize an opportunity like the Super Bowl, or, unfortunately, we just went through a hurricane, right? So Hurricane Francine, there are construction opportunities that are going to come out of that, or as we're looking towards the future with green and blue infrastructure, so construction jobs that are related to the next economy. It's really about training. So for us at the Greater New Orleans Foundation, setting up young people to go through those job training programs so that they're ready to enter their workforce, and that, when they start their own businesses, that they're ready for those opportunities.
Okay. Paula, what about you? Biggest challenges that Hispanic small businesses face, and then what are the most effective strategies in overcoming those obstacles?
Well, I think resources. The resources are out there. They just don't know how to get them, how to go after them. So, I think education, pretty much what was already said. But, I think there are, opportunities through providing resource. We work a lot with SBA. So SBA, we have seminars that are available to businesses for startup opportunities. And like Mayra said, it's making sure they have everything that they need to get it started and to get on the right path. And we help them with that. We guide them through the processes that are needed for them to get that new business open, and we just don't leave them out there. Once they get started, we have so many services that we can provide them. We are a full service financial institution. We just don't want to have that one account. We build relationships, and that's what we focus on, is building that relationship with each and every client and every opportunity to help them.
How can Hispanic business owners leverage local networks and resources so that they can maximize their business growth? Roy?
Yeah, so for us, October 2nd, the Hancock Whitney Opportunity Grant will reopen. So we want any nonprofit organization who's working with the Hispanic community to come and apply. So you can see that on our website, www.gnof.org. Well, we've already got the new priorities up for this year, so we're looking forward to seeing organizations that are supporting these small businesses come in and to apply.
Okay, I want you to repeat that because that's really important information for anybody who's watching.
Yeah. So on October 2nd, the Hancock Whitney Opportunity Grant will open. You can find information about that at our website at www.gnof.org. And we're looking forward to seeing all organizations that are working with the Hispanic community and supporting small businesses and home ownership to apply for that. And you can find more information there.
What kind of response are you expecting?
Well, this is a pretty large region, so we're thinking there will be hundreds and hundreds of grants. So come with your best proposal and how you want to support low to moderate income communities. And we're looking forward to sharing that and helping the Hancock Whitney team to make these decisions.
Okay. And Paula, what about you in terms of being able to leverage those local networks like Mayra was talking about, really the networking and resources to maximize business growth?
Yeah, we participate in all we're available for the networking. We participate in the grants. The grants, I think last year we had a huge number of applications, and it was a process to review what are the funds going to be used for, it's letting people know that it's accessible, letting them know what's available, and helping them along the way.
Mayra wants to chime in on this. I can see she's itching to talk here.
It's very important that we understand that people feel those barriers, but it's also cultural. So, when they feel comfortable and they trust the space, then they come to us and access those resources, like the computer literacy classes. We even do women empowerment groups. We do a lot for the grassroots community. But like I said, our membership is very diverse. And by the way, one, misconception is you have to be Hispanic. I'm not Hispanic. Why would I belong to the Hispanic Chamber? No, we serve everyone. We serve as a bridge, as a connector. But our grassroots community is very important, and we want to be there to make sure that they understand that all of these resources are there for them, and they're free, because in their countries, these programs, these things don't exist. So they're always a little leery of, okay, it's free, well, what do I have to do? Why do I have to do that? But one important thing that I wanted to bring up is you asked about, percentage of people. There was a survey done right after Katrina, and obviously right now it's totally obsolete, but it's the only reference we have of a demographic of the Hispanic community. The data center has some stats there, mainly on population, but the Hispanic Chamber is trying to update, to actually redo, because it's going to be totally different things. And we're working with the Greater New Orleans Inc. and a coalition of leaders to redo this survey and have an up-to-date Hispanic community assessment that will give everybody, including local administrations, business owners, and just everyone, a good idea and a good, reference on what the community is like, because it's the only growing community.
Right.
If you talk to universities, they'll tell you they're the only ones growing in enrollment, the only ones growing in population coming in, and so forth. So,
the numbers are going to be so different than
very different.
Sure.
And there's new businesses. I don't have the statistics, but recently we went to an event that talked about the percentage of growing Hispanic-owned businesses has really increased over the last 5 years. And the workforce, especially in the state of Louisiana, the workforce alone has grown in the last 5 years. So I wish I had numbers for you, but I can tell you it's been a major impact.
I think it's pretty visible. If you drive down Williams Boulevard, you see all the Hispanic businesses.
Yes.
So we see that growth, and it's not only in the Greater New Orleans area. Let me tell you, it's all over the state of Louisiana and all over the United States. It's over 62 million Hispanics. So
Okay. In what ways do the partnerships between financial institutions, nonprofits, community organizations enhance the business landscape for the Hispanic community? I mean, these are important partnerships.
Yes, well, partnerships, I believe in partnerships 100%. I want to commend Hancock Whitney. They just recently created a diversity board. That's important. That means, their leadership is invested in this, and they believe, in creating spaces for everyone within their company. That's creating a culture, and that breeds, and you can see it and transpires to their customers. So that's when customers feel comfortable coming into their locations, then, that creates for a better relationship. But the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has great partnerships with many organizations throughout the state of Louisiana, including, United Way, the Urban League, JETCO, Historic New Orleans Collection, City Park, the Hispanic Apostolate, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on and on. We are very blessed with great partnerships, and I think it's really the only way to grow a community, by working together and collaborating with each other, because we all have strengths and weaknesses. We certainly do. We're a small organization. We're over 800 members strong, but still a small organization for the whole state of Louisiana. And so we can do so much more by working together.
Paula?
Well, she kind of covered it all, but Hancock Whitney works with to get that. We work with our stakeholders. We work with other leadership throughout the state of Louisiana, really across our footprint. We are just not limited to Louisiana because we are in other states as well. And by working and collaborating with them provides us all the extra resources that we can give back to serving the community. So it's, like I said, it's really come a long way, and we still have a way to go, but there has been so much movement in the right direction that is all community-driven programs and events.
How important are these partnerships, Roy?
There's nothing more important, right? At the Greater New Orleans Foundation, we're nothing without our partners, from our nonprofit organizations who are on the ground, walking hand in hand with these small businesses, with young people, really serving the community, all the way to our donors who, may or may not know about these opportunities. So partnering with our nonprofits and our donors really allows us to bring the work together and put the resources where they really need to go in order to, to push this work forward in a way that's going to support everyone.
Okay, and really quickly, because I want to wrap this up, but I just want to give you an opportunity, just anything we haven't covered today that maybe you want to touch on. Roy, we'll start with you.
Yeah, for us, it's just, as we're looking to build an equitable community, we need all nonprofit organizations to be aware of the Greater New Orleans Foundation, right? We've got initiatives like the Hancock Whitney Opportunity Grant, like Give NOLA Day, where any organization can come in and apply and be a part of that work so that we can really help organizations and connect donors with these organizations that are doing great work on the ground.
Okay, Paula?
All I'd like to say is know your banker. Get involved, get to know your financial institution, one individual that is going to be your banker, that is going to take care of all of your needs.
Okay, and Mayra?
And for me, definitely become a member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary. We have so many events throughout the year, opportunities for business owners to really connect and get to know, future clients, customers, and grow your business.
Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
I also would like to just say that Hancock Whitney will be celebrating 125 years this month, actually. So,
Wow.
Yes. So we've been around a long time, and we're going to be here a lot longer.
It sounds like it. Thank you so much. Well, as we wrap up, I want to give a big thank you to our panelists, Mayra Pineda, Paula Duplantis, and Roy Williams for their inspiring insights, and also to Hancock Whitney Bank for sponsoring this important discussion. On behalf of NOLA.com, I am Kim Holden. Thank you for being here, and let's continue to celebrate Hispanic community's incredible contributions, and what a great month ahead. Thank you, guys.
Gracias.